I'm really glad someone believes, Ben. Someone has to believe. Afternoon. I mean, it surely can't go any worse than yesterday, can it? It really can't. I probably shouldn't say that, to be fair, because there's every possibility that it can be worse. Right. I have freebies to give away, apparently. And another one. There you go, look at that. And the alerts work as well. Perfect. Oh god, it's meant to be. It's surely meant to be today. Oh, that's not comfortable. How's the rig coming along, Ben? How's progress? I really can't wait to hear your views on how much better it's going to be. In what condition out of 100%? I mean, we'll play it by ear, to be honest, Ben. I mean, in fairness, I don't feel too bad, in fairness, but I'm definitely not. I'm not at 100%. Let's put it that way. I've been worse. Yeah, take your time with it, Ben. Take your time. Just make sure that you get... I mean, obviously, I don't know what the actual build process is like on that particular rig, but just make sure you get everything like as square and as perfectly lined up as you can. Oh, hello, John. Have you got yourself a day off today? You've got a day off and this is how you're choosing to spend it. Watching me inevitably crash out of a race. Oh, Jesus. All tyres are so incredibly cold. It would be quite a forward thing to do, to be fair, John, but I'm not going to stop you. I am certainly not going to stop you. Oh, sketchy. Do you know what, right? I've inverted the way my force feedback is set up. and it feels so much better. I was running it at 100% in the wheelbase and then like 35% in game, and I've kind of like flipped that on its head now, and it's so much better. Oh, good old Dave, what a legend. I hope that you own the Aston Martin GT3 on iRacing, by the way, Ben, because you will be getting in the car with us for an event very shortly. I don't actually know what the next one is now. Oh, John. You might not have made videos for 2 months, but you've still got that sense of humour, haven't you? I don't actually own the McLaren, to be fair. I mean, I am going to get to a point where I own all of the GT3s. But at the moment, I do not. The Aston is... I like the Aston, to be fair. I'm actually quite enjoying the Aston on LMU as well, to be honest with you. I was very much enjoying it yesterday up until my PC crashed. Or LMU, whichever way around it was.
Time 2:23.50.
Oh, come on. That cannot have been track limits. I mean, evidently it can, but still. I genuinely enjoyed the driving of the car. Well, I mean, I would hope that you did, to be honest with you, Ben. Otherwise, it's just a lot of time on iRacing to not enjoy it. What time did it actually finish? You must have done... I mean, I don't even know how many hours of driving yesterday. See, I haven't got the repetitiveness for LMU because obviously I've not really been playing it too much lately, but I have been enjoying doing it again. Sort of throughout like this week and over the weekend as well. I've really been enjoying it as the Evo as well. There's some good racing to be had in Evo. Or Evo, whatever it's called. You do need to get a video out, to be fair, John. Now that you bought your van, I think you're running out of excuses. Just get on with it. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it is hard when the weather's nice. Like when it's so warm. As much as I enjoy sitting, you know, and racing and stuff, it's hard to find the same sort of desire for it. But fortunately, today is nice and cool. Raining on and off. What on earth was that? It's a good day for it today, I think. Yeah, I do. I do enjoy the P Cup. I don't think I hide it very well, to be honest with you. I'm an enjoyer of the Porsche Cup series. No. Please, no. Oh. And I do not have the fuel for another lap. Oh, that's annoying. It's so annoying. Oh, Bathurst. No, Ben. No. Bathurst has got to be one of the worst. No, I'm not starting from the pitch on this one because the pit lane is it's like the really long endurance pit lane. So that would be... Why have I left my water over there? That would be a mistake. Do you know what? I just don't really have the same desire to watch F1 at the minute. I just don't have the same desire for it. It's a shame because I obviously really like it.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
I would love to see Lewis win it. I would absolutely love to see that, but I don't know. Obviously, they were obviously very quick in qualifying, but whether they've got the race pace, I don't know. I'd like to think that they do. Also, don't forget to deploy those likes, people, if you haven't already. That would be fantastic if you could do that. Don't say it, Ben. I already know what you're thinking, Ben. I already know.
Formation lap has started.
Well, we messed up our qualifying once again because we're a complete idiot. So hopefully today, these are the people who want to take it not as a sprint race, and we don't get knocked about at the start like we did yesterday. Hopefully. The start procedure on this is so annoying.
Green flag, green flag.
Right, wish me luck, people. That's a good start. Yellow flags already. I mean, it's to be expected, isn't it, to be fair? More yellow flags. This force feedback feels so much better. Can't believe I've had this set up the wrong way the whole time. The Mustang is in such a hurry. So basically, the way I'd had it set up since forever was I had my wheelbase software set at 100%, and I had the in-game set at about 35% on the strength. But apparently with LMU, it's like a well-known thing that you're supposed to do it the other way. So you're supposed to set your wheelbase strength lower, but set the in-game strength quite high. I didn't know that was a thing.
Time
And I have to say, it feels vastly better. I honestly thought it would have just been like a placebo thing, but it feels notably better. Yeah, honestly, it feels, I mean, I still don't think it's as good as iRacing force feedback. But it feels better than it did. Like, there's so much more detail. It also just doesn't feel as, like, big and loose mid-corner as it did before. Yeah, I don't know if it's a thing for, like, all wheelbases, but it was in the Rev was talking about it in his Discord. And that's where I'd seen it this morning, and I thought, I'm going to try that. Obviously, he uses a SimuCube 2 Pro. So whether it's just a thing on certain wheelbases, I don't know. But for me, it feels a lot better. But I always just thought it was the standard to, like, max your wheelbase out. And then modulate with, like, the in-game strength. But on this occasion, that's not the case. Also, we survived lap 1. So that's a good start. Mustang just forgot to brake. And then just committed one of the worst rejoins I think I've ever seen.
Time 2:23.17.
So I need to try and balance fuel saving with catching up with this group ahead. Oh, that's not good. I say this every time, but No Name is the corner that I struggle with the absolute most. I always take a different line through that corner, and none of them are ever the right one. Because I'm not good enough, John. That's the problem. I'm just not quick enough. I was going to say that I'm washed, but that would imply that I was ever good before.
Time 2:22.56.
as I was saying yesterday, it's very important to save that extra lap of fuel on the first stint. I am trying, I'm actively trying. Your comments are making me think that it's obviously not working. Do you know what? About half an hour ago, I was thinking to myself, that Bentley and Michael, he's all right. He's a good lad. I might make him a mod in my Discord. But now I'm thinking to myself, just not sure about this guy. It was nice to be able to get a little bit of revenge yesterday in Marley's stream. I assume that race was the team championship thing. Do you know, I didn't even look at the championships this time around. What in the traffic jam is going on here? Yeah, I figured it would be. Oh, afternoon, buff chicks. Sorry, mate, I did not see your name come up. Hope you are well. That sounded really sarcastic, and I genuinely didn't mean for it to. I do hope you're well. It was sincere.
Time 2:23.87.
I feel like that's hit a nerve with you, Ben. Does that happen frequently? Maybe it's because you've got the world's longest name. Just drop the Liam. Or the Michael. Drop the Michael because Liam's easier to spell. We'll just call you Ben Liam. Or Liam Ben, depending on which way around you prefer it. Oh, he gets through the strikes very quickly, John. He's on like strike 1,000 with me. And for some reason I keep letting him back in thinking that he's going to change. And he never does. I know, yeah. Why have you got 3 first names, Ben? Ben Liam. Please explain it to us. What was the decision-making process? I'm trying, Tommy. I'm trying to push. In fact, you know what? That's actually a lie. I'm not trying to push. I'm a little bit tender today. I'm just trying to survive. We're fuel saving though. We're thinking strategically. The extra lap is important in this one. God, all the gangs turned out today. Really appreciate it on a Sunday. Is everyone excited for Tuesday? I do hope that something in that patch is going to address performance. What do you mean, Tommy, what's on? Have you been living under a rock for the past, like, week or something? That's not the line. God damn hypers.
Lap 2, 25.31.
How much would the postage have been to send off those eyebrows to the United States of America? The States of United America. Money. Yeah, expensive. More money than he's worth, put it that way. I was thinking for the next championship it should be a team-based one. Every other week. Maybe 2.4 hour races. I mean, that is a lot of effort, to be fair, though, isn't it? 2.4 hours. I'll team up with Lewis. Jesus Christ. The thing with team base as well, it might work quite well, is that if there's a week where you can't make it, 2.4 hours is probably like a good enough or like a long enough amount of time to be able to do it on your own. Obviously you wouldn't want it to be any longer than that, but it means if you have to miss a couple of weeks, you're not completely hampered. Just a thought.
Lap 2, 25.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, to be fair. Bye-bye, Mr. Ferrari. Yeah, just something a bit different, you know. Something different. I enjoyed it though. I do kind of miss the Thursday races, to be honest. Even despite the fact that a lot of them were uncomfortably warm. Oh, Tommy, don't even ask. I think it was like 28th or something. The track limits are on strict, so even though I backed out of it, I got one of those purple warnings. So we're not doing too bad considering. We are just using the opportunity to fuel save, to be honest. I know, it's it went up pretty quick, to be fair, and then it slowed right down recently. Probably on account of not doing that many videos. Or good videos, I should say. The last 3 videos have not been particularly fantastic. Another one dropped it coming out of turn 1. It was kind of an unintentional move, that one, you know. The guy was just really, really early on the brakes. No, we're not using Go overlays on stream because for some reason on stream it's not working very nicely with OBS. Only in LMU, strangely, as well. And yeah, you're right, Buff Chicks, we're already building up a nice little offset on the VE compared to everyone else around us, so... Which is the plan. And you weren't here yesterday, but I was saying that on Friday night I did this race. I started P36. Again, because I had a shocking qualifying. And finished P7. Because I was one of the few people that actually considered the strategy. So I've got it set up, I do game capture, and then I've got the overlays as like a browser source. But I have seen that I think display capture might be better. It works fine when I'm not streaming, it's just, there's something about OBS that just doesn't seem to work well with the browser source. Yeah, I might have to do that.
Lap 2, 22.89.
I mean, LMU, to be fair, lately just hasn't been particularly great on the performance side of things, at least for me. Like, even putting the crashes aside, like just generally the actual game performance has just been a bit choppy. Yeah, that's what concerns me, John. That's the thing that I'm most concerned about. Oh, that's a tough position to be in. Stick it in reverse and get out of there. Come on, front. iOverlay is pretty good, to be fair. But I always preferred RaceLab until Go came out with their overlay suite. RaceLab just looked so much cleaner. I don't use Tiny Pedal though. I've never used that. I've heard good things about it, but I've never used it. You still use Twitter? Ugh. Who uses Twitter these days? Apart from people that are looking for exactly what you've just described.
That time was a 2:22.51.
Yeah, I don't really like any overlays that just look a bit shit. Overlays need to be aesthetic for me to enjoy them. It's why I didn't really love LMU Drive. I'm gonna have to give it a look, Tommy. I'm gonna have to have a look at it. Yeah, in fairness, LMU's, like, visually LMU's HUD is really nice. It's just a shame that you can't, like, adjust the positions of things. What, you want VR for the next video, John? I mean, I was gonna do AC Evo in VR. Honestly, Buff, just use Go. I think is the overlays are free, aren't they? Or some of them are free in Go. You don't actually need a subscription to use some of the basic ones, I don't think. I could be wrong.
That time was a 2:22.77.
I can certainly do that. A clean, no HUD VR race. Just full immersion. I can definitely do that. I really enjoy VR. It's just like, it's a lot more effort to actually just sit down and race. Like, there's so much more setup involved. Like, when you use a monitor, you literally just sit down and that's it, away you go. But when you're in VR, like if you want to check your phone or something, it's just a bit tedious. Yeah, I can't even imagine how streaming VR would work. Arnie does it though, doesn't he? He streams in VR. His Pimax videos are really, really good as well. Hey Kevin, thanks for dropping in, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a majestic Sunday. If you just turn down the resolution scaling, John, you'll be absolutely fine. I used to use the same card for VR, and it was alright, to be honest with you. And no, you're right, VR videos are like... I don't really do too many of them because I feel like they're difficult for people... Jesus Christ. They're difficult for people to watch. Insane.
25.01.
Well done, Ferrari. That was the right decision. Yeah, whenever I do videos in VR, I'm always like very conscious of how much I'm moving my head. Oh, stop it, Kevin. You're making me jealous. Wow, look at our VE offset compared to everyone else. Jesus, that's a bit wide, I think. I don't want to be in this position. Thankfully, he left us the space there.
Lap 2, 24.04.
Sorry guys, I'm literally not able to look at chat at the moment. As he just very kindly drove into the back of us. It was very nice of him to do that. No, I didn't sandbag. I just had a shocker. I was quite far up on my delta, but I got one of those pesky track limits that I'm always getting. It's because I mean, why? If you could have literally just waited. Thanks, John. Thanks for being here. Let us know what happens. Oh, that's not good. That's probably what would happen if I was doing this in a hyper.
Lap 2, 23.05.
Well, isn't that just immensely kind of you? If you ever stream again, I'll repay the favour and do the same thing. I think that was arguably a little bit too much curb on the inside. Oh, Ferrari, what a legend. What a legend. The yellow one, not so much. Idiots. Oh, hi, Will. We're trying again. Yesterday didn't end particularly well. Not because of anything I did. We just had a bit of a PC crash. So hopefully, fingers crossed this time. Do you know, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to jinx it.
Lap 2, 24.39.
I mean, how much space did I have to leave on the outside? It's impossible to get through this race without damage. Literally impossible. Oh yeah, how was the stag do, Will? More importantly, actually, how are you feeling today? I was also at a wedding last night as well, so I don't feel 100% today. Oh, hi, Vadim. Any 3-hour runs today, Vadim? The downshifts on the Aston sound so good.
Lap 2, 22.71.
Yeah, it was nice. It was it wasn't the actual wedding yesterday. The couple, they got married on Thursday. It was just like the celebration after party type thing. But it was really nice night. We won't fight that one. I think he's a lot quicker and is just out of position. Yeah, keep us updated with the F1, by the way. I think John's going to do the same thing. Slight adjustment to the fuel ratio. The fact that you've put in brackets, Will, that it wasn't by you is actually really making me think that it was definitely by you.
Lap 2,
Tell you what, you know, boys, I think we're looking pretty good here for a decent top 10 finish. I mean, obviously, there's still a very long way to go yet, but I think we've saved quite nicely. Do you know what, Will? I've got a friend who literally is exactly the same as that. Honestly, do you know what? I'm really enjoying it. It actually feels really nice to drive. It feels a lot like the BM, to be honest with you. It feels very stable. I think I need to do a hypercar race next. Yeah, I was saying I'm also excited to see, like, just generally, like, what else is in the update, like what else are they fixing. Like I'm keen to see the patch notes, because the performance at the minute for me just isn't fantastic. Like, it's a bit choppy at the minute, and it's making it difficult to drive as smoothly as I would like. Especially when, like, really close behind someone, it's just a bit You can really feel the frame rate like being inconsistent. It's really annoying. Oh, what happened? Has Lando done one of his typical pole position starts? He can't start from pole position. He just does not know how to do it. Hi up, Nick. How are you? No, I hate Laguna. Absolutely hate Laguna. I find it strange that they've opted for Laguna as like the first, you know, like special event. I thought they would have gone for Daytona. You're at work on a Sunday? I mean, you can't be working hard, Nick, because you sat watching me. Do you work from home? Oh, Russell's having an absolute shocker this season. Oh, right, okay, so you're actually in the office then. What's that like on a daily basis? Like, do that many people actually come and like sell their cars on site? Or is it just a lot of people do like the appraisals online and then just come and drop it off? To be fair, I can imagine that the weekends are probably quite busy days for that kind of thing. Yeah, so then I guess you have like, I guess you have to then appraise them in person and like make sure that people have been honest about the condition, and then agree a price on site. That's so many cars, and that's just you at one site as well. Imagine how many others are being bought on a daily basis around the country. Ridiculous. Do you know what as well, by the way, Nick? I meant to say this, but I noticed something on your stream the other day that once I'd noticed it, I couldn't unsee it. Obviously, you've got your like top-down wheel cam, but then the actual camera that you use on stream is like, I assume you've flipped it in OBS. So on your wheel cam, you're obviously shifting up with your right hand, but on the other camera that's looking at you, you can see your left hand is like, well, what looks like your left hand is doing the shifting because you've got the camera reversed. And once I'd noticed it, I just couldn't unsee it. Come on, just wait. So impatient. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I know, I wish I had a better way to mount mine, to be fair, because I don't particularly love the angle. Oh, you clown. You absolute clown. Thank you, Mr. Porsche. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
22.99.
Also, P1 is absolutely running away with it. Right, we are boxing at the end of this lap. I will adjust my VE before I get there. I'm going to play it safe and go for 95% just in case. That additional 3% is not really going to cost us too much time. I don't know why, it just did not want to turn in there. Do you know what? I've been experimenting with the Aston and I'm really enjoying it. When I set out to do this, I wanted to use something a bit different that I don't ever really use. And a lot of the time I'll drive like the Porsche as well, but I just thought I want to use something that I never ever pick. And I watched Will use the Ford and that looked like an absolute handful, so I decided against the Ford. So I thought, you know what? We'll go alphabetical and we'll take the Aston. Well, boys, that's a pretty solid first stint. I mean, to be fair, Will, it did look like a bit of a handful. I like the Ford as well. I mean, the Ford sounds amazing, but didn't seem like the easiest thing to drive. Yeah, I didn't enjoy the Corvette, to be fair. I drove the Corvette for the last OFG race, and it was a bit of a handful. Well, I say a bit of a handful, it was a lot of a handful. So that was not particularly enjoyable. But if you haven't already, guys, please like the stream. That would be most generous if you could. Yeah, I really like the Porsche, to be fair. The only thing that I don't love about the Porsche is that I think the force feedback is just a bit... It needs some work, I think. Yeah, I did not enjoy the Corvette at all. I also find the gearing to be really weird on the Corvette. I never know, like, when to use first, when to keep it in second. It's all a bit wonky. So I was using the FFB app, and then I stopped. And I was just saying earlier that I'd seen in the Reverend's Discord they were having a conversation about like how they have their FFB configured, and apparently it's better. It probably sounds a bit counterintuitive, but to turn your wheelbase FFB down and turn the game force feedback up quite high. So previously I had 35% in-game and just 100% on the wheelbase, and that was great, but what I've done is I've swapped it around a little bit and I've gone 75% in-game and 50% on the actual wheelbase. And honestly, that feels a lot better in my opinion. Is that next week, Will? Fixed Corvette? To celebrate the American track pack release, I assume. Yeah, there's a lot of noise and a lot of vibration. That's a mega send from the BM. There is a lot of vibration, but I just use my wheelbase software just to filter that out because I'm upstairs. I don't like to have loads and loads of vibration through the force feedback. It's really, really annoying. Yeah, I just turn the smoothing up a little bit just to get rid of some of that distraction. That's what I was worried about. Oh no, I do not know how I held on to that. What wheelbase have you got, Nick? I know it's a Moser, but which one have you got? The other thing as well with the FFB app is that I didn't want another app running in the background. I try to like limit the amount of things I've got open in the background at the minute. Oh, okay. Wow, I guess there's never a situation where you run that thing at 100% that'll rip your arms off. You should go for the Lexus, Will. Because you were, when we did the Spa event, you were rapid in the Lexus.
Lap 2, 26.39.
Yeah, it doesn't sound the best, to be fair. I do like the Lexus, though. Yeah, see, now for me now, my wheelbase is running at 8 or 7.5, 8 Newton meters. And the in-game strength is 75%. And I'm getting more detail. It just hasn't got the same like sort of vague sloppiness that it had previously. Well, we've got liveries that you can use in the meantime. So the nice thing about that first stint is obviously we saved a lot of fuel, but we also took a little bit more on at the stop than what we ideally needed, which means that now we just don't have to worry about doing any fuel saving. So we can just try and push to the end of the race. I just don't want to overdo it though, that's the thing. Yeah, I've seen that VNM one.
Lap 2,
Haven't seen the pedals.
20.05.
I really want the SimLab pedals. That's going to be my next set of pedals, I think. I was really hoping that at some point SimLab might slide into my emails, but so far, no such luck. I've got that Sim Magic to try as well whenever it arrives. That 9 Newton meter Sim Magic. I'm looking forward to that actually because I very nearly bought Sim Magic when I bought my VRS. I'm curious to know how it feels. And obviously the GT Neo as well, because that's such a popular steering wheel. What pedals did you have previously, Nick? At the minute, I've got some of those really cheap Chinese SimJack UTs. And to be fair, they're actually pretty good for the price. I bought them used off a guy, and I paid like literally next to nothing for them. And they're not too bad, to be fair. Obviously, they're just clones of Husingveld, but not quite as good. Yeah, Conspit as well. The Conspit 300 GT wheel would be nice if they'd be willing to send me that out. I wouldn't say no to them. I mean, to be brutally honest, I'm actually not bothered about free stuff whatsoever. Like that doesn't interest me too much. But something about SimLab does. I like SimLab products. I like the design of their products and stuff. And I've dealt with SimLab previously on a purchase that I had to cancel, and their customer service was just like it was so good. Wow, that is a good deal. I think the SimLabs are about 400, aren't they? I think. Obviously, if you use someone's code, save a bit of money. Oh, really? Contact or no contact? Yeah, that rings a bell. But everyone who I've seen who's used them has not said a single bad thing about them. From all of the reviews I've seen, from all of the people who've received them from SimLab, I've not seen any reviewer say anything bad about them. A little bit too wide there. Not as wide as the BMW though.
Lap 2, 22.11.
Yeah, I don't really think I'd ever have much of a need for a 3-pedal set. I mean, never say never, but I think for the vast majority of the time, I'll only ever really use a 2-pedal set. Was there any contact, Vadim, or was it all clean? Nice. Honestly, I haven't actually watched a live race this year. I've just been watching the highlights. Yeah, it's kind of the same for me, to be fair, Nick. Like I'm not unhappy with the pedals that I've got now. I'm not unhappy with any of the stuff that I've got now, which is why when the Sim Magic came through, it was why I said that I would love to just give it away, because I don't want to keep it, because I love the hardware that I've got at the minute, and I'm not really getting anything else from them in return. Like there's no like affiliate code or whatever, so. And a lot of it as well was thanks to the Reverend, so I wanted to do the same thing that the Reverend had done and just and give them away, because I just thought that would be like the right and nice thing to do. But I'm looking forward to how it compares.
Lap 2, 22.95.
think we should be able to get past this BMW at some point. I don't think he changed any tyres, so I think he's starting to struggle now. That was a little bit naughty. I can't believe that was our first track limits. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. More importantly, Nick, I just don't want to be like in a situation where I'm constantly having to tear my rig down and like detach and reattach things. What's the order at the minute, guys, in the F1? Who's leading? What's the top 5? We can park it there. That was a touchy one, but we did get it stopped. You know, we didn't go off track or anything. Just parked it on the apex. Well, not on the apex, but you know what I mean. We parked it where we needed to park it. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we're not doing too badly, Ben. We're not doing too badly. A P8 would be decent. How's that rig coming along? Is that another hypercar without a wing? That's at least like the second or third one that I've seen without a wing now. Jesus Christ. That really threw me off. Do you know what, right? They're actually not the easiest things to assemble. They're a bit of a pain in the arse, to be totally honest with you. I'm not looking forward to having to move mine. Yeah, you do look at it and think this must be so simple. It's just like 5 or 6 pieces of straight metal. How hard can it be? And then as it turns out, it can be pretty difficult.
That time was a 2:22.64.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing, Nick. I think what I'm gonna do is basically just take off the seat, and then taking off like the actual wheel thing should be really easy because it'll just like slide out at the ends. So then I can just take like the base the uprights for the wheel and the seat mount all like separately. So in theory, it should be like moving it is the easy part. It's the putting it back together and making sure everything's set up right. I'll probably put like some little markers on everything so I know exactly where to put it back. Oh, and the pedal tray as well. The pedal tray just slides out at the end. I feel like you've got a really cool story to tell about your new rig, Ben, but I don't want to tell it on your behalf. But I'm sure that when you get it all built, you can share some pictures of it and explain how it came to be.
Time 2:21.81.
You never know, if you look at it for long enough, it might just magically put itself together. Well, it's taken us over an hour, but we got ourselves into the 21s, so that's good. But it's nice to know that we don't have to worry about fuel saving. Even though my black box is saying fuel is marginal. Fuel surely cannot be a concern because I took more at the stop as well. Oh, you're joking. Honestly, Ben, it will genuinely feel like such an upgrade. Like I was saying yesterday, it'll feel like your wheelbase will become so much stronger. Obviously, because you'll be able to use a lot more of the power available. Yeah, that play seat that I had, even though it was fairly sturdy, it was it still just wasn't sturdy enough for the VRS. Okay, I'll do just a little bit of preemptive Lyco just in case. Just to give ourselves a little bit of a buffer. I mean, we should be fine, but I don't want to risk it now. Yeah, we'll do a big lift into the bus stop on this lap. Slightly missed our braking marker, but we got away with it.
That time was a 2.
Well, it looks like we're bang on across the line. Hyper's clean again. Were Hypers ever clean to begin with? I'm not entirely sure that they were. There must be a couple of worried people up ahead. Oh, pal, chance crew. There are some fantastic team names out there, has to be said. Oh, mobile chicane crew. I mean, either name works fine, to be fair.
That time was a 2:23.26.
I think LMU desperately need to implement voice chat, to be fair. I think there'd be so many people that would get banned for like abusive voice messages. Jesus, that hypercar came literally out of nowhere. it literally all went downhill from that point as well, Ben. He's to blame for that result. That was when that first came out on, was it Warzone, that the first time that came out? Playing that during COVID, and just some of the meltdowns that people would have. Or if you used to play like old COD, like way back in the day, and you'd have like the lobby in between matches, just like it was literally just like 32 people all screaming at each other all at the same time. It really was. It was something else, that. When there was quite literally nothing else to do other than to just continually play Warzone.
Time 2:22.80.
I'm with you there, Nick. I'm right there with you. That was 100% the best one. It's like, it's not even a contest. They never ever got any better than that, in my opinion. It was just, it was like a simpler time as well, you know, like there was nothing else to it. But I used to, well, not used to, sorry, but I don't ever really play COD anymore, and I recently tried it out, like the latest one, because it was on Game Pass, and like every screen is just like microtransaction after microtransaction. Like skins for sale, battle passes, like just loads of crap, like constantly for sale in your face. And it just, like, it never used to be like that. Black Ops was the, what was the other studio? Was it Treyarch? One was Activision, wasn't it? And one was Treyarch. I can't remember. But there were two, like, very sort of different things. But yeah, the very, very original Modern Warfare, the best.
2:23.10.
Yeah, zombies, but that was kind of what Treyarch had going for them, though, wasn't it? Like, it was the zombie aspect rather than the multiplayer. I mean, they were both good, but right, we're looking good on the VE now, so that's positive. I cannot believe it's been like 13 years since the last Grand Theft Auto came out. That was it, Infinity Ward. couldn't think of the name. Yeah, Halo 3. Halo 3 was the one. There was something about the multiplayer on Halo 3 that was just... It was so good.
That time was a 2:22.72.
Surely some of these people ahead are going to have to be thinking about another stop, like a quick splash, surely. Or is that wishful thinking from me? Or are they just going to make it? Oh, that's nice, Nick. I bet that's scuppered any plans that you had of getting away early. What do you mean, Jay? It's not actually that warm in the UK today. I mean, it's fairly warm, but it's not as warm as it has been. I'm also slightly hungover, so I'm not really in the mood to be doing too much else. The thing is, Jay, you're still really young, so you don't actually get hangovers. The only thing I can think, Nick, is that people have been watching the race. So they've delayed it until after that.
Time 2:22.9.
Can you not just, like, send them a message quickly and just say, look, you can bring it, but I won't be buying it for what you've been offered online? Quite offensive, that, actually, Jay. I feel like there was a little bit of venom in that statement. Yeah, also, did we get to the bottom of, are other people going to have to stop ahead of me? Or are they going to have to do some ridiculous fuel saving? I need to read messages, but there's just too many corners at Spa. Like, surely it's going to be tight. If you're on 14% VE, that's got to be really pushing it. Yeah, I think some of those people are going to struggle. What's it saying? We've got 3.5 left over the line, so we should be all right. I'm really glad that I decided just to take that couple of % extra at the stop. I did wonder when I'd come out of the pits and there was people in like around me. I think I came out on like 95% and there was people on 88. I don't know what this guy's doing in front. I saw that coming. I saw that coming. How did I predict that? How did I possibly predict that? Yeah, well, that's exactly why I saved the fuel wheel, because knowing that if you have to do a splash at the end, the pit lane loss is so heavy.
That time was a...
Obviously, we had a bad lap there, but the guy ahead just did a 2:24.9. So that's some slow pace. Whether that was with traffic, I don't know. But yeah, they must surely be thinking about a splash. Become a little bit sloppy now. Come on. Do you know what? I do have the F4. I got it as part of that like promotion thing with the FIA. But I just can't be bothered with the Formula Vs. Do those hypers, slowing that BMW down a little bit if possible. Maybe I need to give it another go, Ben. I mean, I mean, we say this every time, but iRacing is obviously it is a big cost. It's like it's a big investment to make. But I do think it's good. Its biggest letdown has got to be the netcode. What on earth is that message? Whatever it is, I don't think that belongs here. Well, that's not a bad result, boys. P7 is not a bad result from where we started. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that message in chat. Give me 2 seconds. Whoops, not that one. There we go. Got rid of it. Yeah, decent results. I mean, it certainly made up for what happened yesterday, so we can't complain with that. But I mean, P1 was just absolutely flying. Absolutely flying. Let's see how we did. Let's see how we did on the results. But yeah, I enjoyed that. That was a fun race. I'm really enjoying the Aston, I have to say. I'm really enjoying the Aston. Thank you, Frosty. Appreciate it. Is this your first time in here, Frosty? If so, then thank you very much. I appreciate that. I've not seen your... I don't think I've seen your name in here before. I could be wrong. Apologies if you have been here before. If everyone could do me a solid and like the stream if you haven't already, that would be even more fantastic. Do me a solid and... These results will load eventually. Let's, in the meantime, just while we're waiting for that, let's just check in on the F1 and see what's happening. Oh, okay. Well, welcome in. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully that was at least moderately entertaining for your Sunday. I hope so. But I appreciate you being here. So Kimmy is leading. I mean, it very much looks to me, if Verstappen's on softs, it very much looks to me like Hamilton's going to lose that P4. Kimi surely can't hold on to that P1. And that's a decent recovery for Russell as well. What's going on? Bloody hell, what's with the delay? I just want to see how much driver rating I probably didn't gain. The results are a lie. I finished P1. I know it looked like P7, but it actually said P1. Honestly, ACC on PC with LFM, it's still genuinely, it's still quite active. Like there's still a lot of people playing it, and it is quite good, to be fair. I mean, there's some quirky things with ACC that I don't particularly enjoy. Let's have a look. Rank breakdown. Bloody hell! Plus 20 positions. Plus 20 positions. Mad. I don't like this. I don't like the fact that you're forced to qualify. I mean, I can appreciate why they do it, but I don't really like that, because we should have gained a lot more. But yeah, that's not a bad finish. I wouldn't have said. That's not a bad finish. How many DNFs? I mean, just look at that. Look at all those DNFs. Someone didn't even start. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, boys, that was fun. Made up for yesterday. Ignore that result. In fact, you know what? Ignore that. Yeah, obviously they are, Nick. Obviously they are the most important things ever, because that says more about your ability than where you finish. Also, why is this chat so broken? Yeah, it's senseless. It is literally senseless. Preemptive joke. yeah, exactly. I was just testing it out. That's all. But yeah, I am actually going to go outside and touch some grass, because I really need to get some fresh air. But it was a very impromptu on that one. So to hit like over 20 people on the stream and over 20 likes and stuff, amazing. Thank you all so much for being here and chilling out. Massively appreciate it, especially on a Sunday when, you know, the F1's on. But yeah, it's over. Don't, Nick, because I'm daft enough. But no, I am going to go outside, and I'm going to get some fresh air. I'm going to take my dog for a walk, and I'm going to get some fresh air, because I feel like I'm getting hangover sweats now. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sundays, and yeah, thank you again. And I'm going to try my very best to do more streams during the week if I can. But yeah, thank you all, appreciate it, and yeah, enjoy. See you in a bit.